What's up guys, welcome back to another tutorial. For this video we are going to be drawing Akame from Akame ga Kill. Please forgive me if I mispronounced her name. I actually haven't gotten around to seeing this anime, but it is definitely on my list of things to do. For the majority of this tutorial I'm going to be inverting the color of our still image. That'll make it much easier for us to see what's going on. Alright, let's begin. Her eyes will be a bit elongated and her pupils will have an oval shape. Take note of the distance from the center line to the eyeball, because the other eye will have to match that distance. The bottom of her ears will be in line with her nose, and we'll keep drawing the ears upward until we reach the middle of her eyes. For the hair, take note where each individual strand ends up. The first strand will end above her right pupil. The second strand will end in the middle of her face, and so on. The red guidelines will help you measure the correct distance between her shoulders. You can see that I drew her right shoulder too far from the guidelines, but I'll fix that in a minute. Now let's draw the left side of her body, using the red guidelines to help us line everything up properly. Let's go ahead and make that adjustment to the shoulder now. I'll have to redraw the rest of her arm as well, up to her elbow. I underestimated how difficult her sword would be to draw. I tried to recreate the curve towards the end of the hilt, but the sword probably would have turned out better if I just kept everything straight. Now let's get to work on her outer garments, which are pulled down to her elbows. Use the red reference line to see how the outside of her garments matches up vertically with her left shoulder. On her right side, her garments aren't getting in the way, so we'll have a chance to draw her skirt and the upper portion of her leg. Now let's go ahead and add some details to our sketch. We can speed things up for this portion. Alright guys, I went ahead and did the penning process off camera, but just so you know, I used a Sharpie for her outer garments, a number 3 pen for her arms and her shirt, and a number 1 pen for her face and her eyes. It took me 2.5 hours to finish coloring this piece, more than the entire sketching process, which only took me about 2 hours. Because these pens leave a very textured look, I have to color the same spot over and over again to leave a smooth finish. Having to color the same thing over and over again is a huge waste of time, so I decided this is the last drawing that I'm going to be using colored pencils. I've been holding off on buying copic markers for a long time now, but for the sake of saving time, I finally took the plunge and decided to order a set for myself. And it's only going to set me back about $350.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
Alright guys, that's it for today. Like I said, this is going to be the last time I use colored pencils for one of my drawings, since it adds 2.5 hours to the total drawing time. From this point on, I'm going to be using copic markers for drawings in my challenge series. Up next, we'll be drawing Arima with SSS Owl, and hopefully I'll get that down in 2 days. I know I've been lagging major in my challenge series, but I'll try to pick up the pace a bit. So that's up next. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.